Fuck this. You, let me tell you something. You, my friend, have been getting fucking nutty lately. You've been very vocal. You've been very vocal.
You gotta stir the pot.
All right, listen, this is some notes here on the news. This is what it says.
Stir the pot.
Aljo calls out everyone in IG post on Sunday. And I follow you, so what the fuck how did I miss this? Henry Cejudo, your act stinks, literally. Marlon Moraes finally ran out of magic. This is not me saying it, people. Corey Sanhagen, stop drinking that delusional Kool-Aid. Peter Yan makes me yawn. Rafael Sunsao, who cares? Pedro Munoz, tough bastard, but not quick enough.
Too slow.
Now, first of all, everybody, this is not me saying it. I'm reading stuff from the Funk Master. Cody Garbrandt, quickest rise and quickest fall. Ooh. Uriah Faber, the one-trick pony. Man, you have enough friends. You want some enemies, don't you? I saved the best for last. Now, I don't like saying anything about Frankie. What do you say about Frankie?
Save the best for last. 135 will not be the answer.
Okay. Frankie, 135 pounds will not be the answer because his nickname's the answer.
Yeah. See, I did that. Play on the words.
See,
I don't think it's really talking shit. I'm just kind of just saying stuff that's the truth. The only one that's probably talking shit is Peter Yan. But everything else, I think everything everyone knows. There's nothing like I made up stuff or I'm being a bully and I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to stir the pot.
Listen. You're a very dude, Aljo. We're very close. I know you're not an asshole. You want to get paid and you want to strangle some. Listen, what do I tell you all the time?
We have enough friends. We could use a few enemies.
Is that my fucking? No. You put on a little mafioso voice right there or something.
Yeah,
that's what you did.
But no,
an American thing.
Yeah, that
it is true, Aljo. We do have enough friends.
You know what?
We could use some enemies. We're in the fight game. But it hurts me when I what's going on with you? Tell me what the news is.
About what?
About you? I don't know. What the fuck?
I'm waiting for a fight. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm waiting for a fight.
There's rumors.
There are rumors. And, if we got to stir the pot to get the brass up top to get moving on this, then we'll stir the pot a little bit.
Who do you want, Aljo? If you're the guy that obviously, what do you want going on? Who do you want?
I mean, who do I really want to fight? Yeah. I would love to fight Henry Cejudo.
All right.
I would love to fight him. I think I match up with him very, very well.
Who's ranked number 2? Who's the number 2 bantamweight?
This guy.
You.
This guy.
So what's the problem?
I don't see no problem with it. I don't see anybody else who's got a better win streak.
Who's calling? All right, we got Jimmy Bird.
I think we're killing it right now.
Hey, Jimmy!
I'm actually, I wanted to say hello to Aljo because I'm the one guy he didn't bash on Instagram this week.
What the fuck, man? I'm the only guy that missed that shit? I just went through the whole thing, and, Aljo feels he has enough friends, Jimmy Norton. He wants to make some enemies in this business and get paid.
I think he's right. I think, Aljo, I've been saying this for a while. I think you deserve your title shot, and you're right to be calling everybody out. I think you deserve it.
I don't see anybody else calling anybody out. Everyone wants to sit there and twiddle their thumbs and play, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. Man, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck about that. No one gives a fuck about that. We want to. I came into the sport to make money, change my life, then ride off into the sunset with my kids and my family. And maybe have a speedboat and jet ski or something.
Kids?
I don't know.
My
future kids. I'm thinking about the future. I want to
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I want to set myself up. These guys, I want to get paid more money, but crickets. No,
right.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, what the fuck?
Did it really fall?
So
Dana would always say about Demetrius, one of the greatest fighters in history.
Yeah.
And people respected him, but he didn't. And again, not that you have to talk shit for people to want to see you fight, but there's a lot of great fighters. So if it feels like there's a little something real between the guys, people are more interested in watching the fight. So I think it's smart.
Give them something to gravitate to, and I'm willing to put myself out there. I win great. It worked. If I don't, then you know what? We go back to the lab, we reinvent ourselves, and we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and we go again, That's what life's all about. These guys are so afraid to take a risk and say something because they're scared of public scrutiny. Like, who gives a shit? These are people behind a keyboard who you probably never see, and they don't pay they kind of pay your bills. But they're not going to pay your bills if they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? So, love me or hate me, at the end of the day, no one can say anything about me. I'm being me. If these guys were in the gym and we had to fight, dude, we break balls, and that's what we do on Long Island, man. We break balls. We have a good time, and I'll have a beer with you later. I'm okay with that.
Were you getting a little frustrated? Because it seems like this is kind of a new approach. Were you getting frustrated with waiting and you just kind of saying enough is enough?
You know, definitely frustrated, but even that, this I don't think is necessarily a new approach. I've done this in the past. I've had some success with it, and I have stumbled one time with the Brian Caraway fight, and I kind of fell back a little bit, you know, wait till I could get a little bit more steam and momentum going again, and now I'm here. I'm back at it again, man.
You learned so much from that fight.
Yeah, so
you learned so much from that fight, and you've taken out. You came back from being down 2 fights to taking out undefeated fighters, guys. I was about to say the Parky. What the fuck is he?
The Pikey.
The Pikey. The Pikey. And I forgot the other one. What the fuck? Corey.
Stamen.
Corey or Cody?
Cody.
That's it.
2 guys winning.
Studs. Yes, man. And that really shows a lot, dude. You right now are peaking, not just physically, but mentally, because of not just your success in there, the hard times in there. You know what I mean? So Jimmy, he's ranked he's the number 2 bantamweight. So what's the problem?
Let me ask you, is Aljo is because Cejudo is talking about maybe fighting at another weight first? Is that what you're a little frustrated with? Like he's calling out these other people, he's being silly, calling out Valentina Shevchenko, which nobody, it's like, come on, you deserve the shot. So I guess that's getting a little bit irritating.
Yeah, it definitely does. He's the intergender champion. Well, at least wants to be, fight for the title. I don't know what that shit's about. I do get what he's trying to do. He's trying to stir the pot. He's getting people to talk, and it's working. I don't know if it's necessarily going to translate into dollars, but if it does, great. I would love to be the guy who shared the octagon with him next. And if not, we'll figure out the next best step so that we can get ourselves there. And that's kind of the best way I can look at it. But I can't see who else he should fight or who else gives him the toughest matchup. I'm long, I'm rangy, I can strike with him, and he's not going to out-wrestle me. He's definitely not. And what's he going to do? Take me down and do what? Inside trip and then sit in my guard? I'm going to slice that fucker up with elbows off my back.
Aljo's got a very dangerous guard. Extremely
Absolutely,
dangerous. It's hard to settle in that guard. It's people going to be. It's almost like my student who fought over the weekend, James Gonzalez. 2 weeks ago, he fought a tough a Georgian kid who had good sambo and judo, strong, almost like a Marab. And my black belt James is almost like a little muppet. Like he doesn't really hit hard. This kid was throwing him around, but every time he'd throw him down, he barely survive in his guard. And that's what you see. But the difference is Aljo's got better wrestling, so usually they're not getting him down there. But anytime you see anybody on top of Aljo, they're never doing damage. I don't remember you ever taking a punch in the face on the guard.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't know. I mean,
think
you fucking...
Head and brow, maybe like one sneaked in, but when I took him down,
go?
It was different when I took him down.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But
so
Jedi, man.
New Jedi.
When you're ranked high too, though. When you're
like my Mace Windu, but you're not getting killed by the Emperor.
Yeah.
There's no black Jedi in the fucking thing. But you are my Jedi. What?
Hey, when you're ranked number 2, it's got to be difficult too, because then what do you do? Who do you fight? The next logical step for you is, of course, Moraes is not going to fight for the belt again, so it's for you to fight for it. But then if Cejudo's looking another way, the UFC might come to you and go, "Hey, how about?" And you saw how that derailed Frankie. And not that you wouldn't win your next fight, but you've earned your shot at the title. And there's no reason once you've earned the shot to have to do busy work. Or fight fights that are lateral moves, or even fight guys lower than you, and then all of a sudden, if they happen to have a good night, all of a sudden they jump you in the line. So I definitely think that number 2 is a tougher place to be than number 5 or 6 when picking another fight.
Yeah, 100%. And we've seen a guy who's been a number 1 contender before. Even that guy, Rafael Sunsao, was number 1 for a while, and he could not get a title fight for the life of him. It didn't matter who he beat, and they even gave him a rematch against Moraes. And we saw how that turned out. So I've seen this story before, and I've learned from other people's mistakes. And you're right, number 2 is definitely hard. But I did hear there is a top-level tough guy who's had multiple title shots, former champion coming down to 135. And I'm just trying to let the world know that 135 is just not going to be the answer. It's just not going to be the answer.
Not happy about that one, Jimmy.
I like Frankie. Don't get me wrong. I like Frankie.
You know what he's talking about, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, of course I do. And I saw the tweet, and yeah, I mean, I
did both.
The Instagram. And I know that you like Frankie, but
hey,
look, if you have to fight him, you have to fight him.
I didn't come up to his weight class, right? He's coming down to mine. So if I want to say something, because now we are now potential competitors, potential opponents, I think it's all fair game. I would never talk about his family or anything. The guy is a great dude. I would have loved to have trained with him coming up the ranks, but I didn't, unfortunately. And here we are. So if that's the next fight they want to make, whether it's him, Peter Yan, whoever it is, I'm ready. As long as it has to be a fight that's gonna put us somewhere, or give us a shot that we worked so damn hard for. You know, I fell down the ladder, I worked my ass off to get back here. I don't think there's anybody else who's putting the time. I really don't.